everyone, my name is Kristen. I also go by Ms.Filmingo, and thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm happy to share my exclusive interview with Kristiffer Polaha and Moriah. Together they star in the movie Mimics, which is a brand new horror comedy, and it's a totally fun horror comedy that I think you all are going to enjoy. The movie hits theaters starting February 13th, and as of this recording, it's out right now, so you can check it out this Valentine's Day. But before we jump into my interview with Kristiffer and Moriah, let me give you all a brief synopsis of the film. Down on his luck, impressionist Sam Reinhold makes a pact with Fergus, a wicked strings-attached puppet that holds the promise to propel Sam to stardom, unleashing a nightmare that threatens the safety of those he holds dear. Now that you know a little bit about the film, let's cut over to my interview with Kristiffer and Moriah. Alrighties, Kristiffer and Moriah, it's so lovely to see you both. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to speak with me. I watched Mimics last night and really enjoyed it. It definitely took me by surprise. Definitely, because I thought this was just going to be a straight up comedy. And as someone who loves horror, it was a nice little mashup that I got to experience here.
Yeah,
So, yes.
good.
So I have to ask, Kristiffer, what was it like making your directorial feature film debut? Were you nervous? I'm sure you were excited to put all of this together. So I'm curious to know what it was like.
Yeah, it was all of the things. It was exciting. It was nerve-wracking. I remember when Mariah showed up, she looked at me and she said, "How do you feel right now?" And the word was expansive. Do you remember that? And I was like, I feel about as big as a city block. I just feel, and creatively it was an interesting place to, I've told this story a lot, but this was a dream of mine to make a movie, but direct and produce a movie in my hometown. That was sort of planted in my heart when I was 17 years old,
Oh, wow.
and it came to fruition 30 years to the summer. So that dream happened like in the summer of 1994 when I was watching Pulp Fiction. It was Quentin Tarantino's movie.
Yes.
Like, I think I want to do this, and we filmed it in the summer of 2024. So literally 30 years later to the summer, it was a dream come true, and every day was. Just a bullet train of gratitude, a bullet train of excitement, and of course nerves. But weirdly enough, the first day when cameras started rolling, once we were in the rhythm of it, all those nerves went away, and I was like, "Oh, I got this.
You're
Like
in
we're
flow.
good. We
It,
got it."
it all worked out. It was one big project to see. I have a big dream. I'm happy to see it came fully into fruition. So, Mariah, I gotta ask, how did you jump on this project, and what was it like working with Kristiffer?
So one of the producers of this project, Ken Carpenter, he saw my very first film that I did with like an independent group out of Canada. I was 19, and I had never acted before, and I played the lead in this really sweet film, and I guess I stuck with them because years later, he mentioned to Kristoffer that there was a random Latina country artist living in Nashville, Tennessee, who might just be able to pull off this Virginia role. And so when I got sent the script, I was shocked at every page. Like it never went where I thought it was gonna go.
Exactly, yeah.
And as an artist and as a musician and just as a creative in general, like I'm always trying to find opportunities to put myself in uncomfortable positions, because I've found in my life and in my work that it's the moments where I've been the most uncomfortable that I've grown the most, I've learned the most. And so this was, as someone who doesn't really watch scary movies, this was definitely the epitome of discomfort. But I learned so much, especially under the leadership of this guy right here. I mean, what a director, what an actor, what a thespian.
I want to say, when Ken reached out to me, Ken Carpenter said, "You got to look at Mariah," and I went on Instagram to look at her page, and Julianne was with me, and she was like, "Well, she's beautiful."
Yes.
She was like, "You've got that going for her." So she got my wife's stamp of approval first off, and then we had a little phone meeting, and it was all of a sudden you have to have a lot of strength to be somebody who's willing to do what Virginia does in the movie.
Yeah.
And Mariah embodied that. Like you could get the sense of her essence like right off the bat. I was like, she's got it.
And then you also have another co-star, Fergus. So we have to talk about him. How did you come up with this puppet? Did you design it? Because he's got some creepy factors to it. I mean, he's right behind you, so
He's his own thing. Yeah, he is definitely his own thing. As for Fergus, this guy is actually was Groucho Marx. So imagine a little mustache, glasses, bushier eyebrows.
okay,
We just took him and we stripped him down. And Fergus is a star. We actually had two other dummies that were made to look
okay.
like me, and they
Oh,
didn't work.
okay.
They were not.
Disturbing in not a
They
great
were,
way.
yeah, they were disturbing in a very upsetting way. And Fergus was going to be Dom Fletcher's dummy.
Okay.
So the Owen, the little dummy that starts the movie out, that was on Dom Fletcher's lap, was going to be this guy. But Fergus just sat there in the box looking up at me, and I picked him up, and I was like, "I think you just got a job, kid." And he's awesome.
Oh, well, he definitely stands out like in terms of like creepy puppets and toys like Chucky and Annabelle and Brahms, and even recently Jenny Penn. So I definitely crowned Fergus one of the creepiest toys I've seen in cinema. So
Great, we'll take that. That's
yes,
awesome.
of course. And unfortunately, I only have 2 minutes left, so I have to ask really quickly. The movie explores the dark cost of success and fame. What do you hope audiences take away after watching Mimics?
I think that exactly that. I think that there is an interesting cost of fame in our society, and I think that if you look at it from I wanted to create like a Lynchian exploration of the supernatural. Like, are there deals that are made, and what happens? And I think in light of so many sort of recent discoveries about echelons of power, and you wonder, like, are there levels that you can go to where dark pacts are sort of signed on the dotted line, and what is the cost of that?
Yes.
But then in telling that story, I also wanted to honor what I knew to be sort of the key that can unlock that contract. And so I
Hmm.
think, that's where Mariah's character comes in, and that's where the story that she tells at the river comes
Yes.
in. So I think if the audience was to take that away as a cautionary tale, I think that'd be a win for the movie.
Definitely. Well, thank you both so much for your time. I love seeing that. One other note. I like how it pays tribute to Andy Kaufman. That was
Yeah.
really nice.
Do you know that you're the first person to pick up on that?
Yes, I do. I do
Good
my
for you.
research and I definitely knew I was getting Andy Kaufman vibes. So great job. I cannot
Thank
wait to
you.
see what you both do next. That's going to conclude today's interview. Please go check out Mimics in theaters right now. This also wraps up today's video. So comment, like, and share this interview. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so I can bring you more videos like this in the future. And follow me on social media. The links will be provided down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!